Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. That is what the mug says. uh, One of my favorite gifts from Penny Lane. I hope you're doing good. Anyways, yes, sad 2 days in music. They're dropping like flies. I'm telling you right now. Hope you play Mr. Sun and La La La. I kind of have things set up already, so everybody can examine more of the catalogs at their leisure. How's it going, James? He just asked me, "Hey, when are you going to do a show?" In a few minutes. Ta-da! Yes, thank you. I couldn't take it anymore, and I couldn't take it anymore. It was just going all over the place. $7 over at the hair cottage. I've been going there for 18 years most of the time. They haven't screwed up yet. Knock on wood. How you doing, Richard? Greetings, folks. Well, yes, I will be doing more upbeat streams, but I gotta tell you, when people start dropping like flies, we kind of have to celebrate the music. So it's more of a remembrance, and we get to listen to some things. But yeah, I guess I'm not trying to be instead of Debbie, a Donnie Downer, if you will, when it comes to music. Your hair is, you know what? I remember back in the 80s when I had it. My hair was shoulder length, maybe a little bit longer than that. And I did wear denim and leather, yes, when I could barely get away with it. I had a big cross, never mind. Maybe I'll show you the picture someday, guys. Yes, that's what a $7 haircut looks like, because Psycho works for a big box chain, and he's lucky he can afford $7 for a haircut, because the other place that I have to go to, it costs me, I think it's 17, and that's with the discount. So, the 2025 economy, everything's just... Yes, he was on Here Comes the Bride also. Fonzie said, come up to the apartment above the garage. I'll give you a haircut. Haha, was it like the Mark Knopfler mull? Oh, dear God. I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but it's been too long. The bluest skies you've ever seen, are in Seattle. Anyways, can you excuse me a second? I know I got the air on in here, but I'm going to put the ceiling fan on because I seem a little hot. So just hang on a second, guys. Don't go away. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. It's just 90 degrees today, which may be cooler than some of you people that have had. You know what? Seriously, thank you. Which will probably be around Labor Day, because that's when I try to get my hair cut once every 3 months. But the last one, when we talk about the last one, it just wasn't. I just do a number 6 buzz cut all around the place. Bobby was also on Shindig. Yeah, we're going to be talking about different things here in a little bit. Yep, his famous episode on the Partridge Family, which was supposed to be a backdoor pilot. Yep, the Getting Together, if I remember correctly. He always had great hair, I'll tell you. Yeah, he did, didn't he? How the hell did he pull that off? I don't know. It is what it is, right? But yeah, it's just, you know what? I mean, I've got a 2-bedroom apartment, and it takes a while. Okay, it just does down here. I mean, they change the filters, and every so often and stuff like that. So it has nothing to do with indoors. I'm feeling a little better now. It is kicking on. I must have, I don't know. But yeah, so I want to thank the almost dozen people that are in here. I appreciate it. I always appreciate it. I always thank you guys because without you guys, I'm nothing. That's all there is to it. All right. I mean, it is what it is. But yes, so I know sometimes I've been, I guess, Donnie Downers with the tribute, episodes lately, and I do have some more record finds we will pull, maybe as long as nobody dies in the next few days. Even if they do, we'll put some records into the next video. Okay, at least we're going to try that. I do have some albums I've held back that I picked up for $1. Yeah, I found some decent dollar albums. Oh, you can't say that too much, even in 2025. My God. Anyways, so the title today, Easy Come, Easy Go, all the way from Memphis. See what I did there? I figured I could combo it. Rest in peace, Bobby Sherman and Mick Rouse. That's right. Hey, and of course, Satan has to show up here. Yes, Satan. By the way, before I get any further into things today, yes, I watched Jason Rojas's stream, and I watched Pumping Vinyl's stream. Jason's was live. I stuck around for a few minutes. Williams I saw in the replay. Interesting. And he admitted, I guess in the video, if I remember correctly, that he was the Kool-Aid man that came up on here, which is not a surprise. It doesn't matter to me. Yes, Little Women, Mott the Hoople. Now, like I said, I'm not playing a gazillion songs from everybody today. In fact, 3 for Bobby. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my. 7 Mick Rouse stuff. And then a couple from the Beatles solo session spotlights. So it's gonna be a musically enhanced episode today. I kind of like it this way. I do. I just wish YouTube would give me a little more leniency because I have to keep going in here and cleaning up. I don't, not that you guys asked, I don't get monetized for this. I just do this because I treat these shows like a little bit of a radio show, and that's my choice, right? Nobody put up to my head. Thank you, seriously, Fred. And can you no, I am not doing the damn ketchup song again. Maybe Jen will come and sing the ketchup song if she knew the words. Yes, and unfortunately, I do know that, but I did not. I threw a solo song in, okay, but it's from the 80s. But so I have to go through all these videos later and clean them up. That's why I always say to everybody, it behooves you to watch this show within the first 24 hours. Hey, Sean, how you doing? Because hey, gorilla. Yes, because that's when I have to start deleting things, deleting parts. Although lately, I've been very impressed. Like, some of the songs got qualified for revenue sharing, like Lou Christie's riding in my van. Thank you, Lou Christie and the estate of Lou Christie. Yoko Ono, of all things, when I played that Threedles track, that was revenue sharing. I'll keep the tracks that have revenue sharing. I do not mind doing that. But the rest of it all has to get deleted. And that's the reason why I really don't make much on these things. So this is mainly for the love of music. But like I said, since I've got 15 of you in here for the moment, please like if you care to. Press that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet for some reason, please do so. I really would appreciate it a lot. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your frenemies about Psycho's Platters. And just like Randy earlier, if so inclined, you care to donate, that is always fine too. Money always stays in the show and usually goes for coffee or cheap records to review or the next haircut. Nah. Am I going to do... Okay, hang on a minute. Is Depot in town this weekend with Blondie? Wait a minute. Is Blondie still going? Even with Clem Burke? Who, if that's so, who's the drummer in Blondie now? Are you going to do a Yoko tribute when she dies? Maybe. Believe it or not, maybe. I'm not promising. Oh, Devo and Devo B-52s, they're not coming anywhere around here. That really upsets me because I really would love to go catch that show. That would be a great show. Devo and the B-52s. See, they could make the Rock Lobster whip it. No? Okay. Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. All right. So, I think they're in Cincinnati next weekend. Yeah, they're not coming anyway. You know, if they were like even coming to Tulsa or Little Rock, I would gladly try to do this, but they're not. Saturday night, never saw Devo. What a treat. Damn it, I bet. And of course, you know, on a added bonus, you could maybe torture Michael Pilmer if you see Michael Pilmer the Devo set. Hanging out with Randy will even be better than Devo. Ricky was the B-52s, died way too early. Wasn't he like the first one, right? Wasn't he only on like the first 2 or 3 records? Or am I screwing this up here? Anyways, I want to thank the over 20 people here. Thank you very much for coming on in here for a little while. We're shooting for about, well, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, usual minimum range. Oh, wow. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. That's too bad. But, so I wrote notes. Let's get this thing going here. So, rest in peace, Bobby Sherman died at age 81. He was only a couple weeks away from 82, seriously. In 1962, Sal Mineo, maybe some of you people might remember that name, I don't know. He's another one that's gone too. He had the coolest guitar sound. It always sounded like pop rockabilly. That's cool. But Sal Mineo wrote 2 songs for Bobby and arranged for him to record them. In 1964, Mineo asked Bobby to sing with his band at a Hollywood party. Next thing you know, he's a Shindig singer. Yes, he is the house singer for the show Shindig. And then, I'd say about maybe a year and a half later, he ends up as Frankie Catalina on an episode of the Monkees at the Movies. That's right. He recorded from 1962 to 75. See, there you go. Yep. I had 4 of his 45s. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? So recorded from 62 to 75. And then, because he was an actor, of course, too, as we've previously discussed through the comments, and he was on an episode of Emergency. I don't mind Emergency. They showed on MeTV, you know. I've never seen the Bobby Sherman episode, though. I think it was 1974 for that episode. And after that episode, though, he decided right then and there that he wanted to be a paramedic. And that's exactly what he went to train to do. And he also ended up being a reserve deputy sheriff. Yeah, I'll tell you. I saw the B-52s on the Cosmic. Oh, that would have been a good tour. Cosmic Thing tour at the Royal Oak Music Theater. We actually got to. Oh man, that's pretty damn cool, Sean. Jeffro Zappa. I saw them on that tour at First Avenue in Minneapolis. Nice, Sean. So, to queue up here, his very first 45. Yeah, his very first 45 from 1962. Judy, You'll Never Know. And I guess maybe Judy never knew.
Judy, I love you, Judy. Oh yes, I love you so. But I'll never tell you, I'll never tell you. So Judy will never know. Judy, when we're together, my heart can just pretend. For how can I tell you when you belong to my best friend? Every time I see you with your arms around me, nobody knows what I go through. I'm torn apart by the pain in my
Nice.
heart.
Julie, Julie, do you love me? Do you want to dance?
Judy, I love you, Judy. The years will come and go, and I'll never tell you. So Judy, you'll never know. Judy, you'll never know.
That's right. Judy, You'll Never Know. She probably still never knew. From 1962, his first 45, which I'm guessing, I wonder if that's one of the Sal Mineo right arrange 45s. Tried to look at the label, couldn't figure that out very well. But needless to say, pretty standard stuff for the early 60s. When I was 10, I went to the barber and asked him to give me a Bobby Sherman haircut. He goes, "Really? Would you rather have a Tony DeFranco?" He said it in a heartbeat. It was a love beat. I really don't know, but since you brought that up, so ever since all this went down, and I'm not going to get into this, but I'll give you a musical bit. I don't know if you people remember, there was a 45 that came out in 1980 from Vince Vance and the Valiants, and it was about Iran. That's all I'm going to say. You go look it up when you've got time, because I've had that in my head on and off all day. That's right, Captain Spaulding. Yes, the drum, Bobby Sherman. So, anyways, I know I could have put Julie, do you love me? See, they went from Judy to Julie, but wouldn't have made the title very much better in my little video. So, excuse me. This is probably, I don't know, one of my favorites from 1970. Yes, from 1970. Easy Come, Easy Go. I also saw on the credits there, I think Diane Hildebrand, who she co-wrote a few things, if I remember correctly, for Partridge Family and a tune or two for the Monkees. So she was just right in that bubblegum path. I only watch Here Comes the Bride for Bridget Handley. I'll have to take a picture of Bridget Handley and see what we're looking at there. Is she cuter than Melody Patterson from F Troop? I don't know. There's my gauge. I'm kidding. I don't know. Ooh, bubblegum at its best, you betcha. You know what? And I know that for Bobby Sherman was on some cereal box records, because I've come across. I don't have them anymore. I ended up selling those. I kept the Monkees ones, of course. But if I remember right, I think he was on Post Cereal, the back of Post Cereal. So I wonder if Easy Come, Easy Go was on one of the cereal records. You know what? If you went off and just out of spite, and you went and took a scissor and you cut that record in half, would that kind of qualify you as a serial killer? Just kind of wondering. Deadwags cranks this 45 on the weekend. That's a secret. It does have kind of a tie a yellow ribbon feel, doesn't it? This music just makes me want to dance like a white guy so bad. Easy come, easy go. Yes, there was a Winger song by that title, too. I think so. Of course, obviously not the same. Winger. There you go. There's a band you don't hear very much of. But you know what? I like this stuff, damn it. I need to get that album Pull. I heard it's really good. I got all the Post Cereal Box records off the back, but I lost most of them. And previously, of course, we've gone off and we've, you know what? Hang on a minute. Now I want to know, damn it. Let's see if there's any commercials here for those Bobby Sherman cereal records. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. This is going to be good. Hang on a second. It's only a 30-second commercial, but let's do it. For Rice Crinkles, by the way. So, Rice Crinkles. You got a free Bobby Sherman record with the box of Rice Crinkles.
Hey, little woman, please make up your mind. You've got to come into my world and leave the world behind.
What the groovy sound, Manfred?
That's Hey Little Woman, one of the Bobby Sherman records you get on Frosted Rice Crinkles.
Come down from that cloud, girl, and leave your world behind.
There's 5 different Bobby Sherman records in all, one on each specially marked box. Get Bobby Sherman on Post Frosted Rice Crinkles and Raisin Bran.
Why does that guy? Hi, how you doing? Why does the guy that just did that commercial sound like John Travolta? Could that have been John Travolta? That might have said that. Rest in peace, Bobby. That's right.
Yep, he was on one of my favorite episodes of the Monkees.
We were talking about the Frankie Catalina persona. See, I have a record off of a
say those 3 words, baby. You know the ones I mean. You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
I think they released 4 records for each artist. I think so too. At least I know with the Monkees they did for 4. So yeah, maybe
the re-release on Rhino of the cereal box records.
I probably should get that. I mean, I've got.
Dude, that cost me $80.
I'm not paying $80 for that. Forget that nonsense. I have 2 original cereal box records, which I found last year. Well, the thing is, okay, so
I got one Partridge Family one.
I never found a Partridge Family one.
I got I Think I Love You, and I Woke Up in Love this morning.
There was a plastic bag, and you couldn't go into it. Okay, they wouldn't let you, but they're about this high with cereal box and other kind of records, and I'm like, $10, okay. So I threw the $10 bill, ran out of the place, took them home, started going through them, and I mean like little piles, my Bobby Sherman pile, my Jackson 5 pile. Thank God I found monkeys towards the back end. I'm like, okay, good.
Right.
I was hoping for at least a couple. Trying to think, there was something else I remember finding. Maybe Archie's. I think they did an Archie's record on a back too, and I found an Archie's record. But it's like some cool shit, I'll tell you. At least I
Cool.
thought so. Eric says, "Hello, Paul. When I was little, I had a beer. See, and it's pretty damn cool. You know, I like those cereal box records. Damn it, I don't understand why it was a fad. It only seemed to last most of the time from like.
I know, and since vinyl's back, you think you'd do it again.
It was like 69 to 71, and it was like after that, everybody's like, forget that.
Too bad.
You call the paramedics, you look up, and Bobby Sherman is taking your vitals.
Easy come, easy go.
That's right. And for a little while, there was another paramedic that you could have come across, David Lee Roth.
Yep.
Yes, most people don't know he's this licensed paramedic.
Yep. And
Mine's
Go
Leonard
for it.
Skinner. Yeah. Could you imagine Freebird on a cereal box? It would take the whole cereal
take
box.
the whole back of the cereal box.
Yeah. Anyways, I forgot to ask you, how you doing?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm better now that I'm out of work for the day and all that other nonsense.
Yeah, me too.
You staying cool? Or how is it over in
Trying.
Carolina? Yeah, you get brutal heat too?
Yep, Duke Power cuts the air conditioning down a little bit during the day. So it gets hot in the house.
Little Woman Rock. I dig the Michael Jackson glove. Beat it. It took me a little while to figure out there was numbers. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't have them brand new. I found out from one of my Monkeys books. That's how I found out that there was different ones. And oh god, there was one that was very unique, I think, out of those cereal box records. Like there's a mix for one of the records that was very unique.
Yeah,
and you only could get it from there.
One had like Last Train to Clarksville on it.
Mm-hmm.
Then the other one had Someday Man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's different.
Mm-hmm. Everything's Archie. When I was 11, a friend of mine and I made a gag tape, which began with a cereal box record, Sounds of the Unknown. Oh my God, that's funny. That is funny, Eric. I would love it very much.
Well,
I like
the toilet flushing.
Okay, I like how your guest comes up with the Michael Jackson glove after the Jackson 5 comment. Mm-hmm. We try to stay current around here.
Oh yeah,
that's right. I think that might be a bowling glove. He looks like an avid bowler.
Who, me?
I think so.
No, carpal tunnel.
Oh, carpal. I'm beginning to wonder myself. Seriously. Yep. Sean, thank you very much for the $4.99 to help a little with the coffee fund. Yes, I went and picked up.
No big whoops.
Yes, Clearance Coffee earlier in the week. They had it down to $4.50. It was IHOP's dark or velvety nice. It's dark roast. So I'm like, for $4.50, you betcha. I'm not. I mean, sugar, covered by the germs.
Ooh,
oh my! I may have to remind me, Jeff, if you're sticking around. Actually, I'll write it down. I'll play it later today.
I want to hear a punk rock version of Easy Come, Easy Go.
Oh, dear God.
That would be spectacular.
That'd be 1 minute long. That'd be like Ramones. Could you imagine the Ramones trying that? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. That'd be good.
LOL. Imagine a cereal box record of the live version of Dazed and Confused. That'd be one huge box. Think of the whole fucking box. It'd be okay. You know how they got the mega size now for Kellogg's? It'd have to be that, and even then, it couldn't contain the whole awesome power of Zeppelin. Fred, thank you very much. I'll put in some Joel Put in on some Joe. Oh, I'll put in on some Joe. I get it. Thank you. Because I got to tell you something. I know this has nothing to do with what the heck we're doing
I'll
right
be
now.
right back.
Okay.
I got some stuff to show.
Understood. Oh, that's fine. Great. There's this channel that I watch a lot of videos about cults. Okay. Summer Sanchez, that's her name. That's SOMMER. Comes up with really good researched stuff about cults. And there's this one right now, and basically it's called The Cool Mom. All right. Oh boy. She had a Billy Joel fixation, but not in a good way. That's all I'm going to say about it. I couldn't believe that she used Billy Joel as her excuse to do the punishments that she did. Diamond Dave is not working on me. I'll take Bobby. Pleasant Valley Sunday. I love Pleasant Valley Sunday. Bang Shang Lang. I love Archie's. I love all this stuff. I'm still trying to find. I've only got 2 Archie's albums. I'm trying to find the rest. You ever heard their last 45, Chris? Maybe I'll play it later. I like the B-side better, but it's called Plum Crazy from 1972, and it's different. It's very different from what I'm writing this down so I can play. I'll play a couple of these things later. Well, thank you. Seriously, Eric. That really does mean a lot to me. I mean, it's all a numbers game at the end of the day, with the subscribers and the views and everything else like that. It's, I guess, like I said, this is my therapy, and I'm glad that you guys are in on my therapy session. And I really like what you guys contribute to the show, because each one of you guys do, in a mostly positive way, I think. Seriously, just watch that's funny. I saw that clip yesterday, and it's a poker game. Oh God, that was too funny. He goes something about, he said, yeah, he used to write off condoms to the IRS as a tax write-off. I'm like, oh my God. Well, thank you, James. Seriously, bring back Super Sugar. So I love Super Sugar Crisp. Say there, everybody. This is Super Sugar Crisp Bear. Tricks are for kids. Yes, but not Kicks, because Kicks is full of body talk, and cold blood is all they need. See what I did there? I love Kicks. They're a great band. Oh yeah, which episode technically is that, Sean? But yeah, I do remember that. Nick, how you doing? Cleaning records? So I guess okay. I hope they're good records you're cleaning. Don't listen to it. You'll never hear the song the same again. But this, I like getting tempted like this, good or bad. I can imagine a big ripoff where you order a special record of a remixed Beatles song, very expensive. It turns out to be, oh, that would be, oh, I'd be fucking pissed. Billy Joel does sing punishing music. Truthfully, okay, I like his 70s work, but I would say, oh, God.
My favorite song of his is "You May Be Right."
That's a good one.
That's a good fucking song.
So let's see here. I'm almost done with the comments, and then I want to see what you got there. I like the Billy Joel song that has the opening credits for the show. My Life.
My Life.
Yeah, My Life. Bosom Buddies was a fun little show.
The first season was great.
It was season 5, episode 4, called "All Happy Families" on the DVD box for The Sopranos. Yeah, he's like a blip, and you blink and you might miss him. Seriously, there is an Archie CD box set. Ooh, I may have to look into that, because some extra stuff, courtesy of Sunset Boulevard Records. If you go to, and they had it on sale last time I checked. I got a copy for like $5-6. Ron Dante.
You gotta love him.
Yes. And there was some new songs, but there was a lot of unreleased Archies. There was the music for the Chan Clan. There was music for other stuff. All, and it was finally put out on CD, and that was a couple of years ago. But Sunset Boulevard Records, Ron Dante. I can't remember the damn title right now, but the cover is drawn by one of the people that draws for Archie comics. Cool. So there you go. I had one album by the Archies, but I don't remember the name of it. I'd know it if I saw the cover. We're talking 50 years ago. Well, yeah, I don't blame you. I want to say like the last album they put out was in 71. Is there anybody here that thought that the honeycomb? Yes, want my honeycomb. I don't.
Peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Acquired taste, but I can dig it. It's really brief. He plays see it. Rodney Dangerfield on therapy. Hang on. Hey, I'll tell you. I went to a psychiatrist and he told me I'm crazy. I said I want a second opinion. He said, "Okay, you're ugly too. No respect at all."
You know my Dr. Benny Boombox.
Yes. Jack Cassidy was on an episode of Columbia Was a Killer. That's right. David and Sean and Patrick's dad. I was so heartbroken when I found out that the Partridge Family and the Archies, well, they were real to us. Mm-hmm. Shamalama ding dong, shiggity doo 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 doo. I love honeycomb still, Chris says. He's the only one that buys it. It says it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes. No. I come to the honeycomb hideout.
Hey, you know what I was singing last night on the forklift? Take you right back to the 70s. I was like, gonna zoom, zoom, zoom. We're gonna zoom, zoom.
Oh my God.
I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
I don't know, but I used to watch that show too.
Oh yeah, deep recesses of my mind. Wow.
It was on WTTW, PBS Chicago. Yep. Satan's Bay. Oh, Chris, we know. Yeah, he's running a cartel by now. Talk about no respect. I'm at the Surgeon General. He offered me a cigarette. No, I tell you. Hey, Melody. I got a kidney-shaped pool and I had a stone in it. But, okay, so give me a second here. So did you manage to you got some new finds? Is that what you're telling me?
Yep. My ex.
Your ex is a new find?
No, what she does is when she's out at the record store or she's out at Goodwill or whatever, she'll pick me up albums.
No, that's a nice ex.
It's hilarious. So what she, and she actually looks at the vinyl, make sure it's playable. It's fucking hilarious.
I watched some Magic Garden, by the way, James Farley, courtesy of YouTube. So I get what you're doing now. Oh, man. That's nice. You don't come across Tommy James LPs. You really don't.
Nope. Man, I bet you the vinyl is mint. Fuck yeah, it's mint and on the roulette label.
Yay.
That's cool. Ooh, Crystal Blue Persuasion's on that. Okay.
Crystal Blue Persuasion.
This one is obviously a joke.
But has the Gibbs all over it. BGs are on that.
Because you know what hell is, folks. It's Andy Gibbs singing Shadow Dancing for eons. Yeah. You're like, man, this is going to suck.
VC Factoid. Eddie says, PB Thal appeared on Zoom. Yes, he was one of the Zoomers. Oh, there you go. That's cool.
More today than yesterday. No,
Chicago area band too, by the way, Spiral Staircase.
Wow. Check this out. I just got this today.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
Did it have like anything in it other than the record, I mean?
It's a gatefold.
Oh, nice.
A trifold. Wow. Okay. Let's see.
You can hang it on your. All the women can hang it on the damn wall there, and on their door, and drool over them.
I'm sure.
Going, I want to be the next Mrs. Bobby Sherman.
He was on a good episode of the Partridge Family too.
Yes, he was. I haven't seen that episode in a long time, but I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
For
yeah.
getting together.
I'm a huge Partridge Family fan.
You know, I do need to get, if there's a complete box set, I do need to get it. I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well,
True story. Jeez. Yeah. Oh God, Ricky. Little Ricky. Oh jeez.
This one I bought. It was $1 at Goodwill.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it's got some writing on the cover, but I didn't give a shit. The album's mint. And I had to buy it because this guy's in love with you. What a great song. Oh, this one make you chuckle. Had to buy this. My mom had this 45, so I had to buy it because it was mint. It's on Fontana Records.
Winchester Cathedral.
Oh, you're bringing me down. It sounds like Leon Redbone. This one I bought because I've got the 45, but the 45 is kind of fucked up. So, you know, I looked at this one and I'm like, man, mint. I'm like, okay, it's only $1. So, had to do it.
Oh, Tom T. Hall.
That's the one.
Yes.
I love little baby ducks. And this is not the censored version. You know, because he's like, I love bourbon in the glass, and he said, and grass. You know, but they changed that later.
Randy goes, "Are you sure you bought these and they weren't free?"
Check out that.
I didn't even know they made those the Dudo things on CDs.
I have that on album. I have that same exact thing on record.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Rest in peace from what the hell was her name? I think Lynn Hamilton. She was on Sanford and Son. Died in '95.
My ex got me this. I thought this was just fantastic.
Oh, there you go.
Reggie Dunlap. Well, you got a cool ex that's willing to get you stuff. That's nice.
Well, see, we were friends for years before we even started going out.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, I've gotten to the point now where I almost died 3 times last year. So I'm like, well, fuck it. You know, I'm tired of being pissy with these people, and fuck it, just give in. So I did.
Dying almost once is like enough, you know.
Horrible.
You know, it's good to patch things up if you can. I mean, that's what I did with ex-wife number 1, probably about a good 12 to 18 months before she passed away. You know, right. I'm just like water under the bridge. We were, you know, we weren't super duper chummy. She lived in Mississippi, so I mean that's, you know, but whatever, you know, and yeah, I mean I get it. Let's see. Hey. Yep. Big Dummy didn't like her. Called her a barracuda.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Tony Burrow, the voice of a bunch of fake bands. This is true. Record. My buddy's parents had all those Red Fox albums. We would listen to them as kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we're all warped. That's why we're all warped and depraved.
Yeah,
I love it.
Caught listening to those.
Before I forget, one last song in the Bobby Sherman trilogy of the day. So,
easy come, easy go.
Oh, hang on a minute. Boom. What you got?
There we go. I got this one's Pictures of Bobby or Portraits of Bobby. Yeah. No, Portraits of Bobby.
And so, that's what it is.
My one, Bobby Sherman. And I do have Andy Gibb myself.
Oh, jeez.
I got dual Andy Gibbs.
Oh boy.
Love is higher than the mountains.
Oh my God. My stupid
I love
corporate
Everlasting
radio.
Love. That's on his head, on his tombstone.
cool.
The stupid
gonna
corporate.
thunder down below. It's your love I need. It's the only show. I love that one, man.
I want my daddy's records back, Bubba
I
said.
want my daddy's records. Potbelly.
But
Exactly.
that song that you were singing, they were playing that on the radio and above me and work
love that
yesterday.
song. Oh, Everlasting Love is written by Barry Gibb.
No, the higher the water one, whatever that one's
Thicker
called.
Than Water.
Thicker than water. They were playing that, right? But I
Yeah.
have to say this. So I usually get to work early, like about a good 30 to 45 minutes early. So we're talking 6 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
You ain't gonna believe what they played at around 6:30 in the morning yesterday at the corporate radio, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I heard the familiar do 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 do, and I'm looking up at the damn ceiling
Speaker.
time, going, how the fuck are they playing? I go, and there was another person in the record room. They're like, what the hell? What's going on? I go, this is Pink Floyd. I go, one of these days from the Metal album. I said, nobody plays that anymore. I said, how the hell?
Really?
They played it all.
What song?
One of these days.
Oh, One of These Days. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll play that later. So everybody can get that.
I'm thinking of the Metal as the album. You
Well,
just
no,
said the title.
that is the album. It's called Metal.
Right. No, I know. One of These Days is the title.
But
I don't know. My Walmart plays some really good stuff when I'm in there.
They played it all the way to the end, where all the soccer people were chanting at the end, and I'm surprised they did the whole thing. And I feel like, see, once in a while they'll play a cool fucking tune like that.
Yep, the last time I went to Walmart, they played One Step Ahead by Split Ends.
How did I miss that?
I'm like, man, I haven't heard that in forever.
In my supermarket, I heard Fearless from Pink Floyd one time.
Jeez.
Off of the Metal record, and I absolutely love that. It actually made me stop shopping just so I could hear the song all the way through. I'm like, wow, you're
right after One Step Ahead was I Could Be Good For You by 707. And I'm like,
God.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like, yeah. Now we're talking.
Aunt Esther, I have wonderful news. Don't tell me you won the King Kong lookalike contest. Aunt Esther put her face in dough and made gorilla cookies.
All right.
Oh my
Remember,
God.
he was passing out gifts from his trip, and he gives her like a clear piece of cellophane. So hold it up to your face. Now you got your Halloween mask.
Oh my God. I love that show.
Oh man.
All right. This next one here, which was his last 45 he put out. It's kind of sad, kind of depressing. It's called Our Last Song Together.
Wow, that's kind of depressing.
How long ago was this? You know, I mean, like he was alive all this time. He didn't have to stay away.
Days of devils, kings and clowns, angel songs and birthday tunes, valentines and wishing wells, magic stairways, moons and Junes.
Okay, Paul, I'm gonna get out of here for now. But I'll see you outside.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
God bless, Jeff.
Take care. Thank you.
Time to turn the page. This will be our last song together. Words will only make us cry. This will be our last song together. There's no other way.
He probably felt like he couldn't sing this kind of music anymore. You know what I mean? Because music was changing. This.
I kind of like it though. It's different.
What's the name of this one?
Our Last Song Together. It was on Janice. It was on Janice Records. It was a 45. They didn't make an album.
Oh right, it ain't on this. I thought maybe it was been on this now.
Nostalgia just gets in the way. Let's stop hanging on. This will be our last song together. Words will only make us cry. This will be our last song together. no other way we can say
I never even heard this song.
Oh, nice.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, I try to play some things nobody maybe really heard.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get really taken seriously. He was a teen heartthrob, obviously. Teen throb.
1975, Chris.
But after the teen throb thing came and went, like all of them, Sean Cassidy, Leif Garrett, all of them, they all kind of go through that phase, and then they grow up from the thing. And him, like his musical career would be almost like John Davidson's musical career. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's like
God, John Davidson.
or like what's his name, David Soul, or even John Travolta for some extent.
I'm not sure,
so.
Sean. You got me on that.
I think so. He was signed to Megaforce Records for a little while.
And this charted barely on Billboard.
Yeah, I never heard this song. It's nice, but I could see why it wasn't like, I could see it not being a mega hit either.
I can't imagine him with heavy guitars and loud drums doing metal. That's true. There's no Bobby Sherman metal album somewhere out there.
We thought that with Pat Boone, until he came out with one.
Oh God! I still remember Pat Boone and Alice.
Did you ever do that for Jukebox from Hell? If there's ever a Jukebox from Hell.
I'm looking for one of those for Jukebox from Hell.
I'm saying, if anything like fits in the category of Jukebox from Hell, is Pat Boone singing metal. Oh, man.
Rare record. Laurel and Hardy's only commercial recording in London in the summer of 1932. They recorded a conversation in what would be EMI Studios 30 years before the Beatles entered the building. That's pretty damn cool.
That's pretty cool.
Very, very cool. I am going to get some coffee before we go into the next part of this. Yes. So entertain the troops for a minute or two.
Coffee. Sure. Yeah, it's just me in the chat. Nice. Let's go around. We'll do a little bit of room touring. It's always good and fun, when I go through this collection. I never know where I'm going to start and where it's going to end. It's just a treasure trove, like my own convention. Album after album. Even though people like Rob the Wax will say, "Oh, that's not worth nothing." To somebody, they are worth something. They'll just look through one record after another. We got Pointer Sisters. We got Millie Jackson. And who else we got here? Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Quincy Jones. I hope you guys can see it because I can't see the camera. That's Glass Knight. Gordon Lightfoot. Anybody want a little Steven record? There you go. Okay, I'm getting ready to put a bunch of records up. 16mmKingdom.com. Mamas and the Papas. What we got here? I can't even tell who this is. Oh, Melissa Manchester. Chuck Mangione. Manhattan Transfer. Barry. More Barry in the shrink wrap with a hype sticker. Not that matters, right? With Barry Manilow. I got too much Barry Manilow. I should just lot those together. Sergio Mendes and Equinox. Here's David Gates. Or no, not David Gates. That's what's his who is this? Oh, Jim Messina. Loggins and Messina. We got Missing Persons, Moody Blues, another Moody Blues. Oh no, what's this one? Justin Hayward and John Lodge. I never heard of that album before. Some Anne Murray. Could I have this dance for the rest of my life? Randy Newman Short, People Got No Reason. There's Olivia. We got Donnie Marie, Tony Orlando. Graham Parker and the Rumors. Graham Parker and the Rumors, the Up Escalator. All right, the upside and the downside. We got Teddy Pendergrass, Peter, Paul, and Mary in concert. Another Peter, Paul, and Mary. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Now, this is Piper without Billy Squire. I don't know. This is something else called Piper. Poco. Oh, you're back. Okay, good. I didn't have the guitar there. I didn't have the guitar readily, so I figured let me go room touring.
It's all good. It is all good. So,
all right, back. Randy.
It's all good. Rob the Waxed ain't worth nothing. Fact, he says. You know, I still watch his shows. I watch him on double time. You know,
I do too.
So they end quicker.
I still learn some things. I learned some stuff, you know. They do get informative.
Did you see Rachel's Ghost too? The last show?
I did watch. Yeah, I watched. I wasn't there live, but I did.
Did you see what she said to Loki Tio? Because he was being obnoxious.
Yeah. Right.
He's like, why don't you go and see if Paul Psycho Splatters is doing a show? I'm going, what the fuck's this got to do with anything, you silly person? Right? But whatever.
And it's funny because, you know what's funny? Wait a minute. On one of the shows that Rachel had said, she had said she was looking for this particular record.
Yeah.
Bridge Over Troubled Waters. And I'll tell you what, this copy, she said that she couldn't handle the pops. So let me just show you this. This one right here is like a pristine, unplayed copy.
Okay,
it's just
so
funny. She's going on
stereo.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, I have bookends here saying you need the mono one, a bookends. Mine's a stereo one, but this is still in the shrink wrap, and you know, it's a beautiful copy of it. And she was mentioning that, like she was dying that, and it's just funny. I didn't even realize I had it, honestly.
That's too funny.
You know, I go through so many records. I was like, let me just see, and there it was. I was like, wow. So maybe I'll have to get in touch with her.
I had a copy of Bookends with the poster, but I cannot remember.
I don't have the poster.
If it was mono or stereo. I couldn't believe the poster was in it. I was like,
I have a hype sticker on it. I have a hype. Wait, let me get that. This one has the hype sticker on it.
Ah, okay.
And it doesn't have the poster. It's a stereo one, though. Hey, but I'll tell you what, it's in, I mean, excellent shape. I mean, again, like almost unplayed. And you can't, it's always hard to tell everything, but look at that. You can see like reflection on that.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful. And that's the way the Bridge Over Troubled Waters one is. Absolutely no pops on that one.
Sean says, founded on Ace Frehley's first solo outing, his band
rewrote
707's Megaforce, Calling to You. Okay, now I remember Calling to You, so I didn't know that he rewrote that, yes.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. So we get to the, you know, we've done the easy come, easy go part. Now it's time for the all the way from Memphis segment of this stuff here. Mr. Mick
walking in Memphis.
No, not Marcone. But that's a different story.
You know who he's married to, right?
Who, Marcone?
Yeah.
No.
He's a famous newscaster. Jane Pauley.
No kidding.
Yeah, he's married to Jane Pauley. Yep.
You know what? Me too. But I'll tell you what I love. I do love the 6i label. I don't see that much of it.
Right.
I remember coming across. I can't remember if it was. God, I think the 6i. They only did it maybe for the first. Tell me if I'm wrong. The first 2 Dylan records, and I came across one of those 2 Dylan records, and it was Beat to Holy Hell. I mean, I was just like, I knew that it was an original press by that, but I'm like, damn it, it was beyond
I've never
saving.
been like, I've never been partial to really like one label, like as a nostalgia factor, where I could say like, you know, for me maybe it's like Casablanca Records. When I see a Casablanca label, I get, you know, a little bit, even if it's Donna Summer or Kiss or whatever it is. For some reason, that label just, it's so decorated looking, you know what I mean? I always just stared at it when I was little, I remember.
Brandon says on the radio this morning was a live version of Charkis, and God damn, it blew my mind. Dang.
Charkis is amazing.
Boy, Aussie radio can be pretty cool. I was going to say, there ain't a damn station around here that would play that. Well, it was really funny. The stupid corporate station, they actually played. Oh my God, I'm gonna go. Okay, you know the song behind the beef. It's What's for Dinner that Sam Elliott used to do. That song, and I think it's Aaron Copeland or something. I could be wrong on it. They played that one time, and I'm like, what the hell? All right. Mick Ralphs. Yeah, another one that went. Another one. Passed away
I mean,
at
we're
the age
losing
of
them all.
81. Yeah.
And I put a scathing comment on Rolling Stone saying, how dare you guys make another man wait to get into that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You scumbags. Literally, they did it with the Moody Blues. The flautist of the Moody Blues. He literally died the year they're getting died the year they're getting in. Like, you couldn't do it 20 years ago for him to enjoy it.
It's because the Rock and Roll Hall of Shame are assholes. Rolling Stone Stone used to be a cool magazine from the 60s to about maybe the early 90s. Then after that, it went to shit, in my opinion.
Big time.
So Mick started out in 1964 in England with a blues rock band called the Buddies. Pretty generic.
Buddies. Huh.
He then joined a band called the Doc Thomas Group in 1966 and there was an album released in Italy. And that's what I'm going to share a cut on. I pulled it up. And this one here is called Steal Your Heart Away from the Doc Thomas Group. Now, in this band in 1966, you also have Overend Watts on bass and Dale Griffin on drums, future members of Mott the Hoople.
Wow. And how I missed that song. That is incredible.
Doc Thomas Group.
I never even heard of them. I mean, like, literally, that just...
Only released in Italy, but I think they made a CD. You're shooting on CD. Don't hold me to that.
How that didn't, like, make it bigger, or that song didn't get covered, or... That's just fantastic.
So here's the fun part. So the Doc Thomas Group released that album in Italy, like I said. Then they changed their name twice. Once, in 1968, they called themselves Silent. Silent. And then, in 1969, they became Mott the Hoople. Yes, that's right, with lineup changes, of course, obvious. Wow. Now, from 1969, from that first album, I thought I would give you the opening track, which, believe it or not, is a cover. But I kind of like it.
Okay.
And it's a version of the Kinks' You Really Got Me.
Really? Rockin'.
That's right. So,
that's great.
Then we get to almost the end of the tenure of Mick Ralphs with Mott the Hoople. Right. 1973. Yeah. This is one of the last things that he did Yeah, I kind of thought so too. Actually, I thought that was a nice instrumental version of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, everybody loves.
Dudes.
I know everybody loves all the young dudes. I do too. But that's.
I mean, but you got to remember. I mean, Bowie is really heavily attached to that, and it sounds almost like it's Bowie singing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so Bowie. Like that's why it ascended above even what Mott the Hoople did on their own. It was that David Bowie factor. Like if David Bowie was part of Mott the Hoople, and they did, every song would probably have been like a masterpiece. It's like.
Well, that's what I'm kind of wondering, out of all honesty, because let's face it, if that didn't happen,
Right.
Mick Ronson would not have landed in Ian Hunter's universe.
Right.
Because those two, like Mick joined for like the last 45 of Mott the Hoople. He's on the last 45.
Right.
Before Ian and Mick leave. So, I mean, go figure. But this next one is based on a true story in 1972.
Okay.
About a guitar that disappears, and the interesting trip that it takes and gets found all the way from Memphis.
I don't strive to go for those styles anymore. It's just beyond me.
Because some of the young kids, not all of them, some of them want the boop beep boop 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 beep boop boop, which
It's ridiculous. Oh my god, so ridiculous, because that is so great.
There are some good modern day bands, but you won't hear them on the radio, and this is true. Unless it's a college radio station, you might get some airplay in a college radio station. But other than that,
I feel that way about my own music. You know what I mean? I'm putting out music for myself that I think is stuff that I like to hear. And you know what? It's hard to get to catch fire, so they say. Hey, I was gonna tell him play my video, but maybe I'll do it live if he's gonna go. I have a video that I put out on my channel. Where's my guitar? Oh, here it is. So this is a song I wrote. There we go. Until Paul gets back. Don't understand. I've been trying to make you understand. It's up and down with every single plan. I've been trying all night long just to make you change your plans. It's up and down with everything I plan. To understand. The other hand won't withstand unless your plan is to understand. Is to understand. Is to understand. That's my new single. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. You can catch it on my channel. When you were going, I was gonna tell you when you were leaving if you could have played the video, but it didn't matter. I got to do it live anyway. No,
he was great. He was great player, writer, and producer. Had a unique sound, talented musician. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Thank you for that interlude.
Thank
there.
you, SR.
So, and of course, he kind of had enough with Mott the Hoople. Everything was kind of, I mean, Mott would turn into just plain Mott, and then British Lions, as was mentioned earlier. John Fiddler, if I remember correctly, from Medicine Head, was the singer in British Lions, and then of course he would leave that to go to Box of Frogs, which was the Yardbirds with John Fiddler.
I'll tell you, Paul, man, you are like an encyclopedia, dude. How you know all these things, man? I thought I knew a lot of bands, but dude, you know the bands, the members, the histories. Like, I'm really impressed how.
I'm not as good as Dave with the book, Wyoming Dave with the books.
Thank you, Randy. I appreciate that, brother.
I like the Killers, Tom the Lion, Ruby Gill, Holy Ghost, Vampire Weekend, Franz Ferdinand.
That really means a lot to Randy.
They did announce a concert announcement for mid-October, another one. This one I think it's indoors. Right. I may pull the trigger and get tickets on this. The opener is the Spin Doctors, which I haven't seen them in about 20 years, and I think it's
too. I saw them at Stone Pony.
I think it's 3 original members are in Spin Doctors.
Wow. Is it the original singer?
Yes, and I have a picture of me and him from
really
years ago. Oh yeah.
I'll have to will destroy
he was so cool.
What I say now.
Yeah, he was like doing little videos for people's cell phone. And
you're getting a little pixely in your microphone.
Oh, sorry. I didn't do anything different.
Sounds better.
Okay. But he even did a impromptu version of "I'm Gonna Set the World on Fire." Wow. And everybody, so Spin Doctors are opening for Blues Traveler. I have never seen Blues Traveler.
I saw them too in the 90s. Yeah, they were good. John Popper, excellent. Excellent.
You know what? We're going to play. That's how we're going to close the show. There's a particular song I want to play, and it means a lot.
I love Run Around. I mean, honestly, Run Around is a phenomenal song.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, late 1973, he couldn't deal with it anymore. The whole Mott the Hoople thing was going crazy. Ian and Mick went off. So, Mick Ronson, that is. They went off. Mick Ralph said, I had enough of this. I ended up bumping into some new friends, Paul Rogers and Boz Burrell and Simon Kirk. We're going to form a band called Bad Company. Yes. And one of my favorite Bad Company songs, we're going to play a couple Bad Co, actually. This one here from 1975.
I got Bad Company over there myself. I love them.
Running with the Pack and Never Looking Back.
What a fucking masterpiece song. So good.
I boo-booed on that. That was the wrong button. But anyways, you guys got that figured out. So then we get to 1982. It is the end of Bad Company, or is it? We get to, and I remember when this came out, I was 15 years old, and I'm like, Bad Company's still around? I said, because after Desolation Angels in 79, supposedly I heard they broke up. Not the case. Maybe this was a contract fulfillment or something.
Might have been.
But needless to say, this album, this is another one that landed in the cutout records, actually, I'd say within a few months, because just nobody was buying it. They might end up being in Jukebox from Hell too eventually, but I thought I would go off and play from the album Rough Diamonds from 82, a track that Mick wrote that really, the big hit on there, if you can call it a big hit, was Electric Land. But this one here is one that Mick wrote called Kickdown.
I have this record.
I haven't heard this one. All right, what do you got?
I was showing off the record.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, actually, and it's a cutout. It's a weird, like, you see, like, how it has this thing. It's done like that, and this slips inside it. to
It
give
had
it
to be
the
a pain in the butt to get that.
yeah, it is kind of weird, you know. So when you put it in, it's kind of reversible, so you could have different, you know, pictures, you know, for it. But I also have I have these too.
Mm-hmm.
That one and that one, obviously.
Yes.
I'm well rounded in some bad company.
Very nice. So, Bad Cope breaks up for a little bit, as we all know, of course. In 1986, you get Fame and Fortune. It's pretty much Mick Rouse, Simon Kirk. Boz Burrell is mentioned on the LP, but he did not play on it. I still don't know why they mentioned his name on that. But Mellow D, Baby, the King, the Face, the Supreme Man, as we see in most
Richard,
importantly,
my brother. My brother, man. Love that guy.
So pretty much, people did solo records. Paul Rogers did a solo record called Cut Loose. Simon Kirk joined a band called Wildlife, which only made an album. It was one of those, in fact, if I remember correctly, it was the last album that was put out on the Swan Song label before it was gone. And then Mick decided, well, screw it. I'm going to do a solo album in 1984.
Yeah, right.
And from this album, I give you All It Takes from Take This.
Nice.
Mick Rouse solo album.
What year?
1984.
I was going to say, them 80s tones, I could pinpoint them almost.
So, of course, Bad Code, like we said, comes back. You know, they get the greatest hits 10 from 6. You get Fame and Fortune. You get, of course, the other fun stuff like Holy Water and Dangerous Age and Here Comes Trouble and a few other ones. And then, for whatever reason, in 1998, there was a one-off reunion at first.
All about, I got my love for certain. Ain't it good? So good. You and me against the world. Ain't it good? So good.
Yes, I played Hey Hey before. Really good one.
It's you and me, baby. I used to be so lonely. I used to be so blue. I had nothing.
This is one of the reunion songs?
Yeah.
Well, I found you.
You can still see the chemistry.
Ain't it good? So good. You and me against the world. Ain't it good? So good. It's plain to see. It's you and me, baby. Ain't it good? So good. You and me against the world. Ain't it good? So good. It's plain to see. It's you and me, baby.
Whatever he's doing on that guitar at the end is kind of neat.
Yeah.
That wink.
Yeah, it's like almost like a wah-wah pedal sound to it.
So
that's great.
From the Bad Company anthology from 1999. I need to get that. I do not have that. There's also some unreleased Bad Co. 70s Bad Co. on that anthology too. So there might be something to seek out. Now, we're pretty much just about done with the Mick Rouse portion, except for one thing.
Right.
This is kind of funny, which kind of segues into what I'm going to do next, which, of course, is the Beatles solo session spotlight. But imagine, if you will, in 1978, George Harrison, he's over there at Friar Park doing his thing.
Yeah.
Well, he gets a little visit from one of his near neighbors, who happens to be Mick Rouse from Bad Company. Yes. So they were near neighbors, right? They used to hang, I guess. And so they were like, you know what? Maybe we should write a song. And they did. And in
Oh,
1978, they wrote a song, and it's called Flying Hour. Now, it was originally it was written so that they maybe could put it on the 1979 George Harrison album, but he didn't put it there. In 80, he goes to record it for somewhere in England.
oh wow.
Of course, the album with all those years ago and all the other stuff. But
Right.
it gets rejected by Warner Brothers. There's 4 tracks that get rejected, and this is one of them. So it sits in a vault until 1988, when George goes off and puts out a book through Genesis Publications. Good publication, by the way. Not the Genesis porn mag people, the Genesis company. I have to stress on this. So yeah, that was weird. I heard a modulation of 2 for a second. So, but there was 4 songs that they put out, I guess, on a flexi disc in the book. And Flying Hour gets a release in 1988 written in 78. Unfortunately, Mick Rouse is not on it, but who you do end up on this track, along with George.
So he re-recorded it.
Yes, playing playing a synthesizer on this track along with them, Steve Winwood. So enjoy.
Wow. It just goes to show, no matter how big of an artist you are, the record companies really are just scumbags. They really are. I mean, to hold something like that back, I mean, that's just ridiculous.
So Flying Hour, written in 1978, George Harrison, Mick Rouse from Bad Company, recorded in 1980.
You know when that was recorded?
With 1980, Steve Winwood on synth. Right. Now, there would be another appearance 8 years later of George Harrison and Stevie Winwood, and it would be on the Best of Dark Horse 1976 to 1989 LP, where he was on the track Cockamamie Business. So yeah, and so it all comes back. But how about that? So Mick Rouse, who would have thunk that he co-wrote with a Beatle or with a song?
Incredible,
so man. We get to the solo session spotlight trilogy. It's all George centric today. Go figure, because I'm going in order based on the Beatles book on Beatle Undercover. So we start off, let me get my little notes here. We start off from March 1982. So one of George's associates since the 70s, played on a few things, was a gentleman by the name of Gary Brooker. Gary Brooker, of course, was in Procol Harum. That's right.
I was gonna say, that sounds very familiar. That name.
Yes, and so he had a solo album come out in March 1982, and he's like, "Hey, we end up playing guitar on a song called "The Cycle." Well, not only do you have George on guitar for that particular track, but on drums, ladies and gentlemen, on drums, Phil Collins. You heard me right.
Wow. Are you kidding me? It's a super group.
Listen to this.
This is pretty.
That's right. From March 1982, Gary Brooker from the Lead Me to Water album, The Cycle.
What's up, Davey?
With George Harrison and Phil Collins. All right, next. So this one here, we go 1990.
Wow.
Now, I don't expect you to remember who this is, because I had to look this up myself. But a female singer named Vicki Brown. Now, Vicki Brown is more known in the UK circles. See, I gotta listen to the new Doobie Brothers. I know it's out. What's up, Mello? He had to silence his sputtering.
Yeah, I did.
But Vicki Brown,
I didn't know that either.
was the wife of Joe Brown, which was a UK music mainstay. Okay.
Oh,
So,
I thought you were talking about the guy from McHale's Navy.
no,
Wasn't that the sergeant's name, the actor that played in McHale's Navy? Joe Brown?
I don't know. Anyways,
I think it is.
it beats Joe Mama. So the thing is, I present to you, he plays on slide George Harrison on
Wow.
Vicki Brown's Lou Lila. Yeah, Lou Lila.
You
Say
would think
that.
just for having a Beatle on your record, it would go around the world and everybody would know it. Just for having a Beatle on your record.
You'd think so, but
Oh my God.
It was a cold day in London as I sat daydreaming behind my desk. I was looking at a travel poster, Hawaiian boy in South Sea dress. I'm thinking of what he would be like, and just then I realized he smiled at me and said to me, "Lula, lula, lula, lula. Oh, how I wish I could be there. Lula, 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 lula. If only I could be with him. Lula, lula." It was a warm day in the rolling tide. It hushed along the silver sand, and I was there beside him, and I hoped my dream would never end. But as he looked into my eyes, a cloud passed across the sky, and it was 3:30. Time for tea. But I still hear lula.
you got me. I don't know who harmonium is.
I don't know either.
Wish I could be there. Lula. If only I could be with him. Lula.
I just love his slide work.
Oh my God. They let him play throughout the entire song. They were like, "Keep going, George. We want you as much in this song as possible." Beautiful.
I'll have to look into it.
Wow. Davey.
Hey, guys.
I mean, is this like a Hawaiian song or something? I mean, It reminds me of like one of them Elvis Presley movie, you know, like in Paradise Hawaiian style or something, you know, or it has that feel to it. Just think, like you would think, just for having George Harrison. Oh, who do you have on your record? Oh, I just got a little guy named George Harrison playing slide guitar throughout the whole song. Maybe you might have heard of him.
I mean, let's face it. This is the reason why I'm going through this undercover book, is to spotlight the stuff that maybe some people never heard before and go, "Oh, I didn't.
I've never heard that." Yeah, I'm one of them.
There's some surprising stuff that I've come across. I'm like, oh, really? So and so this, so and so that. We're almost out of the B alphabet, going into the C alphabet, and I'll give you a hint. You will hear.
We got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
Yeah, I mean the hint for the C alphabet. You'll hear stuff from Johnny Cash, Jim Capaldi, and Belinda Carlisle.
Wow,
that's coming, but not yet. So Montreal band Serge Fiore from Harmonium has passed. I don't know who that is, but
I don't either.
I know who hasn't passed because he's right here on screen with us. How you doing, Dave?
All righty. Okay.
Good. You got any
Bobby Sherman?
Bobby Sherman, oh boy.
Actually, I don't own any of. He's okay, but I don't own any of his stuff.
Right.
Just the cereal boxes to prove it. Oh yes, yeah. You know what? Congrats to you getting the glasses.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, I missed my copy. I had mine and I lost it.
Mine didn't have the glasses. I was depressed.
I did. I had the glasses, but I punched them out so I could look at the thing. I was only like 15 when I got it.
I would love to. Maybe if I ever find a second copy, I could. I'm not going to punch these out because it belongs with the album. But yeah.
You mean?
Oh, yeah.
That's great, man. Shine on, boy.
Gold vinyl?
What'd you say?
Gold vinyl?
Actually, yeah.
Does it have the stickers? There was actually stickers that came with it.
Nope, the stickers were gone, unfortunately.
They're pretty small. You know, they were like on one small strip put in there.
What did they look like? What are they? Their faces or?
Look on Discogs, Mel.
It's I think it's just the Grand Funk finger.
Oh, I got you.
True story about that front. Pull that photo up again. True story about this photo. I read it in Mark Foreigner's book.
Is the side cover remain?
Okay. So everyone is naked in that photo, but Mark Foreigner. Literally naked.
That's funny.
Like you guys needed to know that, but there you are. And it is the Todd Rundgren produced record.
Todd Rundgren, yep.
You are right.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, Frank Zappa.
Oh, look at you. Nice.
Running Witch.
I really don't like Frank Zappa that much, but this has Ballet Girl on it.
No, that's a good one. I like that record.
Holy girl.
So someone told me the guy who did the cover is called Drudel, the cover or something. Roger Price from Drudels did the cover.
Yeah. No, he is. He's like an abstract artist.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice on the good old Barking Pumpkin.
Yes.
Grand Funk, nice, Dave. Rarely see a copy with those glasses. Yeah, no kidding. I've seen one copy.
It is. They're hard to find with the glasses still in there, man. It really is.
Live? No.
Is it not even else? Let's see. I have an attempt of a serial killer trying to come in, but he ain't coming in.
Martin Denny.
Martin Denny.
Nice.
Ooh, I like. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, exotic type music. Interesting.
Yeah.
Their album.
That makes me hypnotic. Just looking at it. Never mind.
Exactly right. Davey always pulls out the
I got these recently. Jazz music for you.
Oh, there you go.
I can never get Paul excited by any of these jazz artists, fortunately.
I like Stan Getz. Leave me be.
Yeah.
I know Frank Zappa did it live in Melbourne in the mid-'70s.
Oh, really?
A live out. Melody, when's the new song coming out?
Richard, I tell you what, I just put up a new song on my channel on Apple Pits.
Did you?
But hopefully I'm going to get it released onto Spotify and stuff soon.
Nice.
Dave Brubeck and his 3 sons, I guess.
And I like a little bit of Brubeck, a little bit. I had a copy of Take 5. It wasn't original. I think it was a second press.
I like Hubert Laws.
Nice.
I see a lot of his stuff. Seriously, a lot.
There's like four musicians in that family, the Laws, yeah.
Wow. There ought to be a law about that. Yellow Jackets. Okay.
Instrumental contemporary jazz band, you know.
Jimmy Howslip. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
You're
Originally,
right. He's on here, right?
Yeah, before the Yellow Jacket, he was in a band called Ball and Jack with Bruce Kulick and Michael Bolton, aka Michael Bolton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And old 50s Jazz City Workshop on Bethlehem Records.
Well, there you go.
Personnel. Marty Pace. So this is first anyway.
That's David Pace's dad.
Yeah, I heard about from Toto. Right.
Oh wow.
Okay. Thank you for showing those.
Mm-hmm.
Before I forget, the last song in the Solo Spotlight Session trilogy, 1969, under the alias, I think it's Angelo Di Misterioso. He always had to do all kinds of weird. Another one was Son of Harry. That's another one that's funny. I was like, okay. From 1969, Cream broke up. You get Jack Bruce. So you get Jack Bruce and George and Chris Spedding and members of Coliseum, all on a song called "Never Tell Your Mother She's Out of Tune."
There's the baby.
That's right.
One appearance per show.
Jack Bruce. You know who Jack Bruce is? He was a player in Cream.
Kiss ball.
Anyways, never.
She's only interested in the Cream part.
Okay. Toby, never tell your mother she's out of tune.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that. If we knew what, all right.
Oh, Toby wants me.
Oh boy. Anyways,
she's fussy.
Very, very, very fussy. What the heck?
That was a good song, though.
Yeah.
There we go.
I agree.
Yeah, like I said, that's the fun going through this book. It's like I'm coming up with all kinds of interesting stuff. All kinds of
really a whole playlist.
Yeah, I mean,
and what's the name of the book? Can you show the cover of the book?
It's in another room. It's called Beatles Undercover from Chris Englehart. And as far as I know, they did not make an updated edition. This book stops in 98. So it's like I'm gonna have to like do post 98 and see what there is. But there's some surprises. There really is some surprises.
And the whole subject of the book is about people that played on other people's records.
It is the Beatles solo, most of the time solo, on other people's records.
Oh, cool!
Right, that is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, that's a topic that just doesn't get discussed very much.
Because how many songs you realize that they actually help people do and produce, and you never even knew. Even while the Beatles were going on, how many songs Paul produced on the side, and George, helped Badfinger, and it's like it's unbelievable.
Those men were busy. those men were incredibly busy all the time.
It shows that they loved the studio. They loved what the studio was able to bring.
So
you know, and having the freedom to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And without like having literally, it costs thousands of dollars to be in a studio, but literally because you're a Beatle, you're not being charged the money like they're going to charge somebody else. You know, it's like you're helping bring in the business to the studio, so you get like free time and the best equipment, the best microphones, the best producers. You got George Martin down the hallway. Hey, George, give me a little advice here in this part here. You know, it's like won't even get credit. You know, it's just like got them at your disposal. All the toys in the toy box.
Okay, I got to hear this. I've never heard this. Let's hear what they did to Sugar Sugar.
What, really?
I've never come across any Germs albums yet.
Sounds like it should be. It's all too much.
Sugar, honey, honey.
Wow.
And you got me wanting you, sugar. Oh, honey, honey.
Oh,
You know,
crap,
the real
man. No, I haven't. I'm sorry. I'm not going to have much time in this show, but remind me between now and next one, and I'll play it.
I just can't believe the loveliness of loving you. I just can't believe it. You're fucking sissy anyway. When you kissed me, girl, I knew how sweet a kiss could be. Baby, I'm coming over you. Sugar.
You know, the real punk thing they should have did was called Booger. Booger, booger.
And you got me wanting you.
There's only good number on this song.
Well, Booger goes with the germs, you know what I mean? Like you figure.
I just can't believe you. What? Fucking it up. No.
You're fucking it up.
What year is this?
It's June 77, but doesn't come out till 81.
Wow.
All right, I can't deal with any more of
Yeah,
that.
that was, it would have been more entertaining if it was Booger Booger.
Booger, do. Anyways,
And all great lines.
in the words of Stimpy to Ren, you want to see my nose goblin collection? I picked them myself. Gross. Anyways, but I figured since we brought up an Archie cover, I thought I would play the last part of the last Archie single, which, 1972, Strangers in the Morning was the A-side, but I like the B-side better, and I think they honestly should have flipped it, and it would have made a lot more sense, and it maybe would have hit the charts. And it's called Plum Crazy.
Okay. I don't know if I remember this one.
Like I said, I think that at least would have been top 40 back in 72, but I could be wrong.
Well, that's from 72. That's from 72, you said?
Mm-hmm. I think it's like summer of 72, and I think it would have worked. I love
this Archie Money set. This Archie Money set is from 1986. It's a 1986 Archie Money set, and I have them up on eBay. I have like about 10 of them. Still in the package. Collectors, you know.
Would have been given to Betty Cooper while she was stripping at the local Riverdale club to make ends meet to get to college.
Right.
Veronica, she just would take the damn money from her daddy and Archie and everybody else. Of course, nobody ever mentions about Pop Soda Shop and that mysterious robbery nobody knows about, except for some reason they found dog prints as evidence.
Oh, really?
I got a comment somewhere where it's Archie's Meet the Punisher, believe it or not.
I've heard about this comic. Oh boy.
They crossed over. Marvel Comics and Archie Comics crossed over. Archie's Meet the Punisher. I mean, that's as crazy as a story you ever see.
That's interesting. I bet.
It is so interesting.
It's definitely. I'll tell you something. Today, it's been one of these days. That's for sure.
Well, Pink Floyd.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can't go wrong with that.
Time for you to make vapor. You should make more vapor while you're listening to this.
Yeah.
Do.
Yeah.
Actually, I boo-booed. That's not the track that was being played on the radio. Forgive me for teasing you people. I'm going to see if I can find it though, because that's not it. I think it's actually this. I don't know why the hell I thought.
Something there's on Moog. Maybe Brandon, yeah.
I don't give a shit, Progressive. Or Best Buy.
Yeah, those ads.
That's it. Sorry, gang. I know I teased you guys with the wrong Floyd. I know, right? That would be pretty cool. But it's really this song. Oh boy, Pink Floyd, don't sue me for God's sakes. I love your songs. But it's really this song that I really like.
This is Fearless.
They played this yesterday morning at work.
This is the one I said that I heard at my supermarket the other day, and I had to stay there, like literally till it was over.
I mean, to go from less than 3 years, this album, to Dark Side of the Moon.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
It's an achievement. It really is. Again, having the best of everything at their disposal, though. Best producers, best tones, best instruments, best studio.
This album and Welcome to the Machine are probably my favorite Pink Floyd albums. And I do like The Wall, even though it's overplayed. But
yeah.
See, here's the crowd again. And like I said, they take the crowd. This was after a soccer match.
It sure would, Ober.
What you doing, Toby?
That was some soccer game, I think, that they recorded.
This is in reverse, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it's backwards, but it's some soccer game, I think, in Scotland. I think I read it. Maybe I'm wrong.
Never knew that.
So I gotta tell you guys, I love this show today.
It's great.
I missed a lot of it. Yeah, I missed a lot of it.
Yeah, it's okay. I didn't really let anybody know. You know, it's just I never know what's going on.
I was finding some free DVD movies on YouTube to watch. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I just want, to thank everybody here on panel. I want to thank everybody
appreciate you, Paul.
in the chat.
Yeah.
I want to
Appreciate the chat. We love the chat.
I appreciate, the donations that came in as well. That's very, very thankful. We're going, but I see some people left already, but we're going to play one last song before we head out. And this one here, I've been thinking about her a lot lately, and I miss her. This is my former fiance. No, it's not. Mary Ellen, I rarely have ever talked about, but she passed away in December 2023. And believe it or not, she made a mixtape once for me. And this was the last song on the mixtape. And when I hear this song, sometimes it makes me cry. So I'm going to try not to today. But this here is in memory of Mary Ellen Meyer, otherwise known as the M&M Girl. She was a disc jockey in Central Illinois. She was. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close off on Blues Travelers, Just Wait. Oh, boy.
In the 90s, man, we had that one pack of like a bunch of groups like that weren't grunge Seattle. You had the Gin Blossoms, Blues Travelers, Soul Asylum, Spin Doctors, Shannon Hoon's group,
Blind Melon.
Blind Melon. You had all these groups that were like just nice pop rock, shall we say. They weren't too heavy. They were just doing great songs. And, like, that was the last pocket of them. They don't have that since then. You know what I mean? Like, it saddens me. We don't have it anymore. Marcy's Playground. You can go down the list, how many great groups.
Well, Marcy Playground, Sex and Candy, they had that song, I remember. Marcy
they had many albums. Their albums are excellent. Excellent records.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for being here today, to take time out to watch this show. Every one of you means a lot to me, for being able to come here and take part of your day. Hopefully,
and on the replay.
And on the replay, okay? And so with that last song, I still love you, Angel. I miss you very much. Now it's time. It's time for oh boy.
What's up, Grateful Dogs?
It's time for your Sweet Babu to chew a record. Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.